Today, guys, I'm going to be presenting to you guys the most powerful strength build that you guys can find for level 150. This is going to be melting anything that gets in your way. You're going to be dealing the highest strength damage, over 4,000 per single hit, optimized for level 150, light enough to get out of trouble, and you're going to be strong enough to deal the highest damage that you can. I'm going to be showing you guys the different attributes and also talismans and everything that you need to know to be able to put this together for level 150. If you guys like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. So let's dive in. But before I even get started, I just want to take a few seconds and say thank you so much for always supporting us with the Elden Ring. We hope to bring you guys more builds and also a lot more content in regards to Elden Ring and lots more gaming related content. So make sure that you guys always hit that subscription button and also have your notifications on. So let's dive in. We are going to be focusing on two weapons, and that is going to be the Prelate's Inferno Crozier. Now, this weapon here, as you guys know, it's very heavy weapon. It's probably one of the heaviest weapon because you will be needing 45 strength and also a dexterity. Now, have in mind, as this is going to be a level 150 build, I'm going to be providing you guys with everything within this build that is fully optimized to deal the highest damage that you guys can for a level 150. It's going to be crazy, but at the same time, you guys are going to be loving this build because you are just going to be crushing everything that gets in your way. On one of the weapons, I am going to be having the Lion's Claw Asher Work. This one's going to be helping me with the heavy affinity because we do want to take advantage of the heavy strength that is within these two weapons. The other one is going to be the Hoorah Locks Earthshaker. This one's also going to be a heavy affinity, and both hammers are going to be striking at 332 plus with a 434 bonus. I always like to call it a bonus because 434, that is a hell of a damage, and this one is going to be an A strength attribute scaling. Now, if you guys don't have this weapon, pull up your map and you guys are going to be able to find it around this section. Is going to be inside the Fort Lade. You guys are going to go from the Scythe Water Terminus Grace Point, and from here you are actually going to go inside that castle. Inside of it, you guys are going to be finding a big dude that has that hammer. Defeat him and then it's going to be all yours. Now that we got the weapon out of the way, let's take a look at what type of armor we're going to be needing. We're going to be using the Okina Mask. This is going to help us with our dexterity to be pushed to 3 additional points. Now, the main thing here is that we are going to be using the Raptor's Black Feather because this is going to help us with our jump attack. Since we have 2 pretty heavy hammers, we're going to be taking advantage of the jump attacks. And in this case, this is going to help us with a 10 additional percentage. And then the rest of the armor is going to be the fingerprint. Is just to be helping us out with a little bit of poise. And later on in the video, I'm going to be showing you what else you need to do to be able to have enough poise and also deal enough damage. So the first talisman that we're going to be using is Shard of Alexander. This one is always a go-to talisman that you guys need for any build. This one is going to greatly boost the attack power of skills by 15%. And then the next talisman that we're going to be using is the Claw Talisman. This one is going to enhance jump attacks, and in combination with the Raptor's Black Feather, which gives us a 10% more. So in total, you guys make the math, is going to be 25 more percentage damage that you guys are going to be doing in the game itself. Now pull up your map and we are going to be able to find the Claw Talisman in this section right here. You guys are going to go from the Rampart Tower, go out, and you guys are going to come through here, and you're going to find a tower. Climb up a tower, and then you guys are going to be finding the Claw Talisman on a dead corpse. Now, as I promised to you guys, to be able to have better poise and withstand a lot of damage, and because you guys, the main focus here is that we are dealing heavy strength damage, but we need to make sure that we are staying alive in the fight, and we are going to be taking advantage of two talismans. One is going to be the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. This one, as you guys read there, is going to enormously boost physical damage negation, and this one is going to give us a 20%. So that is going to help us a lot in this build to stay alive. And you guys can find this talisman by pulling up your map, and we are going to be going all the way up here by the Hulk tree, and you guys are going to go from the drainage channel, go out through there, and then you can go through that branch, and it's going to be located around this section. You're going to go through a rooftop, drop down, and it's going to be inside of a chest. Now, the next talisman that we're going to be using is the Morgott's Talisman. This one is going to give you 7 additional points to your poise. So this is actually a very good talisman that you guys need to get, and you guys can get it by pulling up your map, and we're going to be going back from the beginning, and it's going to go through the Dragon Barrel Cave. Go through it, and then as you guys almost get towards the end, you guys will be able to find this talisman. Now, if you guys are below 150, what I would do is the following. I would remove the Morgott's Talisman, or I would remove the Dragon Crest Great Shield. And what I would use instead of that, I will go with the following, which is going to be the Great Jar Arsenal. This one here is going to boost your load by almost 13 additional points. So if you guys are very like around 130, then you guys are still going to be able to use this build. So how do we use this build? What we need to do is, one of the things that is, we're going to be using 3 different type of incantations. The first one is going to be Flame Grant Me Some Strength. Is going to raise our power to an additional 25%. And then we're going to be using Golden Bow, which is going to raise our power to another level. And then on top of this, we are going to be using one of my favorite incantations, which is the Blood Flame Blade. Any weapon that you guys are able to add a Ash Ward, definitely you will be able to add this Blood Flame Blade and make the weapon even stronger. All put together, we are going to be dealing an insane amount of damage. Now, let me show you guys exactly what else you need to do and how to use this build to be very deadly. Now that we have both hammers, we are also going to be taking advantage over Flask of Wondrous Physics, in which we are going to be using the following. One is going to be the Strength Nut Crystal Tier. This one's going to temporarily boost our strength for an additional 3 minutes, and is going to give us 10 additional points to our strength. Now, have in mind that these 2 weapons do scale by strength, so we are going to be taking advantage of the strength that is within those 2 colossal weapons, which is going to raise it to another level by an additional 10 points. And then on top of that, we are also going to be using the Stone Bar Crack Tier. This one is going to break the stance easier with any enemy in any foe. So pretty much after you guys hit him with 2 jump attacks, practically any boss is going to go down on their knees, and you guys can imagine now how much more damage you are going to be able to deal. So after you guys have done the full buff sequence, you're going to be seeing on your attack power for your right armman is going to be at 1212, and your left one is going to be at 1100, and we are going to be dealing so much damage per hit that we are going to be knocking down just about anything that gets in our way. Now, final thoughts about this build. The great thing about this build itself is that not only are we able to practically optimize it for level 150 with the 2 different type of weapons, we just going to be needing 46 for strength to be able to use both of them. And then I'll show you guys what exactly you need to do to be able to be light enough endurance. So let's take a look at our status, and you guys get to see vigor is going to be at 40, mine's going to be at 26, and then endurance is going to be at 50. This one with strength are 1 and 2 together because we are going to be needing enough endurance to be able to use the armor, and especially the 2 different weapons. We are using the crack tier because it's helping us and pushes this build to an additional 10 points. And dexterity is going to be at 11. Since we're wearing the mask, that's going to give us 3 additional points. So from 8, we're going to go straight to 11. And then intelligence is going to be at 10. Faith is going to be at 25. So we can use all the 3 different type of incantations, and arcane is going to be at 10. Overall, this build is good if you guys are around level 135 to 150. Now, if you guys are beyond 150, of course, you're going to be making this build even better. The main thing here is that you always need to always level up strength. The more you go up on strength, the more damage you guys are going to be able to deal in this build. And if you made it this far, take a look at this other build. This one is a strength build. It is in regards with the great hammers. If you guys like strength build, then you're definitely going to love this one. Also, just want to say again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you have not. And also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscription button because we have a lot more Elden Ring and gaming related news coming up for you guys.